So we will be presenting 10 cars to 10 families, 2 of which will go to taxi drivers, 2 to single mothers, 2 to 2 teachers, and the list goes on.
Car that is $2.5 million, brother, you get $191 billion from this country, and you think the guy needs only deserve a $2 million car?
We're prepared to do it because I didn't come here to make friends. Do you know how frustrating it is? You walk the road and there are women that can't feed their children.
To me house. When the taxi driver come, I asked him to give me assistance to move my cooler from my truck to his vehicle. He was like, I hope you don't thief in this cooler. I said, excuse me, this is my truck.
It has to be incremental. There must be dialogue. But those changes must lead to the improvement of the people of Cuba, must lead to better conditions.
President Ifran Ali, why do you jump your shores, all the problems that you have in Guyana here, and jump to Cuba?
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worry.
Neighbors, let me start the things about the Let's Start the Things TV. We back in the building. It's Monday, the 16th of March. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a fresh upload of a fresh update. As you guys see how we start the upload, you guys know where the any part bubbling, you know where they're putting menu, so you know where they should out on the plate. Please stick around to the end of the content. Definitely so you could definitely get to see everything, and also we could dissect in the comment section. Like I told you guys, if it's your first time over here, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on. You know the code. Listen to me, we're gonna have 2 update loading time, 1:30 and 6:30. So look out, those are gonna be our main time when we post in any upload. So look out for upload 1:30 and look out for upload 6:30 or 6 o'clock, one out of the 2. But we're going to be try and drop in at least 2 upload every day for you guys, all right? Look out for the works. I'm definitely putting in some work, see. But nevertheless, man, like I told you guys, we're not going to waste no time. Let's jump into these topics that we got for you quick and fast. Let's get this.
I'm going to say, boom, when you don't know it's country, a.k.a. Pep to the those party where you don't country big enough for Let's Start the Thing TV. It's on YouTube. Don't say 40. All the mix up, all the fix up, all the drama. I say where you want the latest news. Let's Start the Thing on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel now. Wow, we out.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to kick it off with a man called Mohamed. Now we see whereby Mohamed dropped a video whereby he says that he's going to be giving back some cars to the single parent mothers, whether they got a work or they are taxi drivers and so forth. Now this is something great because you know all the fight that Mohamed have been getting since, definitely you know how it goes already, you know what I mean? He's still managing to float on top. Yeah, he's managing to float on top still to do this stuff for, you know what I mean, the people of Guyana. Can't even say he supports us because some of these people they didn't even vote for Mohamed. But listen to what Mr. Mohamed had to say.
First and foremost, I would like to give thanks and praises to Almighty God for blessing the Mohammed's family to live to see another Ramadan. In this month, we will be giving back to the less fortunate, to empower families, to ensure that they have the necessary tools to equip them to do their jobs. So we will be presenting 10 cars to 10 families, 2 of which will go to taxi drivers, 2 to single mothers, 2 to 2 teachers, and the list goes on. So I would like to thank Almighty God for blessing me with the bounties bestowed so I can continue to serve humanity and continue to assist my fellow Guyanese brothers and sisters. And most importantly, I would like to thank him for the health and strength so that I can live to see another day continue to represent the people of this country. This year, we decided to have a private handover ceremony for the recipients due to the victimization by the devious PPP, who will prevent these persons from registering their cars, from getting their insurance, from receiving even their fitness and other compliant documents. But little do they know, ultimately it is only God who provides.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just know, heard Mr. Mohamed. Definitely big up yourself, Mohamed, for doing what you gotta do. Fresh cars, and like you just heard, you know what I mean, although the registration thing, because when I hear we giving back these things, what's gonna happen, because we know anybody align themselves with Mohamed, get gift, went to Mr. Mohamed, talk to Mr. Mohamed, them they in sass. But it looked like he come through with a plan, and it's a master plan, definitely, you know what I mean? So big up to everybody who will be getting a car to do what they gotta do for their family. You know what I mean? You can't say for yourself, for your family at the end of the day. Alright? Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Let me know.
First and foremost, I would like to give thanks and praises to Almighty God for blessing the Mohammed's family to live to see another Ramadan. In this month, we will be giving back to the less fortunate.
Like seriously? Seriously? Some car that is $2.5 million. Brother, you get $191 billion from this country. And you think the guy needs only deserve a $2 million car? Why can't they get a, let me say, like a Range Rover or a Land Cruiser or an X-Trail?
Viewers and subscribers, it's how ignorance really is put you in a real ignorant position. Now these cars that Mohamed giving the people them, the single mothers and so forth, is to help them with their work, whether they're taking these kids to school, whether they're going to work back and forth, whether they got a taxi job or so forth. How the hell you and Mohamed give the people them Range Rover and Lexus and Beamer and Benz? Like you's a jackass or what, boy? You gotta get him pay. You get him pay. We mean with a $2 million or $3 million car is not enough for a person. It's helping them. We talking about Range Rover and all of these luxurious car, big boy. But I tell you, sometimes me it's hurt me with black people, boy. It basically showing me that he taking pay, bro. This pay he taking. God, this bullshit you talking. Viewers and subscribers, I want to know from you guys in the comment section. Let me know if you're feeling what he's saying or you're definitely on my side with what he's saying about this man. Because I don't know what he's talking about Range Rover. Wait, this man said he want help people for look nice. The man see helping them with the family, with their work and so forth, bro. But you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts. Anyway, as we continue.
We're prepared to do it because I didn't come here to make friends. Do you know how frustrating it is? You walk the road and there are women that can't feed their children, that they're professional women who have to compromise themselves sexually to keep a job, and you have time to be fighting about who didn't talk to who and who didn't give who 30 minutes and who didn't give who 15 minutes. People are suffering. Girls are being raped. Boys are being raped. People are going to bed hungry. And so when you see I don't comment on those issues, it is not because I don't have an interest in it, but I have decided that I will economize my energy to fight the PPP. I don't have a fight with Win. I don't have a fight with APNU. So, you know, sorry to get worked up, but people elected us to represent them. People elected us to advocate for them. So I would hope that in the coming weeks, we stop seeing this foolish fight with APNU and Win and who. We are all in opposition. We have one role to play. And that is to hold the PPP's foot to account. Your party politics cannot take preeminence over the welfare of the people of Guyana. And every time you fight like this, every time a member of the opposition gets up in public and pulls down another member of the opposition, understand that you're demoralizing people who look to you for support. So this is why, you see, I don't get into the back and forth and the bacchanal. I was heavily criticized because I supported the election of the opposition leader. That is what I was elected to do, uphold the Constitution. And the Constitution requires that there be an opposition leader. So I just think we need to get it together and fast. And fast. Because every day that we waste time, the PPP is going emboldened. They are becoming more They're operating with impunity. They do not care. And that is because we in the opposition are fragmented. We have to understand that we each have a role to play, and let us play it to the best of our ability. me and my one seat, we will jump out and be the loudest because I have no time to waste. The people who elected us to be there did that. And we have to honor their trust in us, man. We gotta do better. I wanna see from now on, we attacking policy. There is so much corruption going on in this government. There's so much mismanagement. There's so much incompetence that I am amazed that we have time to worry about who get 15 and who get 20. If you got 15 minutes, you go up there and make it the most valuable 15 minutes you can. If you got 30 and 5, you go up there and you make it the most valuable that you can. Because that is what the people elected us for, man. So we've got to get it together. And Norman and Hector, you all have a role to play in this. You have a platform that is amazing, that has reach. Use it to encourage our people and our opposition leaders to focus on things. How many of us are spending time educating our Guyanese people on how do we participate in this economy? How are we spending time equipping and empowering our people? We are coming upon a time in this world where fresh water is going to be scarce. Are we talking to our people about how we navigate these changing times? Are we talking to our people about, listen to me, you got to go back to the land, you got to farm? Or are we just engaged in salaciousness and who said what and who win the what? That has to stop. Because we're doing our people a disservice. And when I say our people, I mean Guyanese people that depend on us for leadership. You have a war in Iran. The Straits of Hormuz is blocked. How does that affect our food supply? Are we talking to our people about this? Are we helping them to be prepared? What systems are we putting in place if there are shortages that people who live day to day, hand to mouth, that they will...
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just know, heard Amanza and what she said. Definitely, bro. This we need to do, bro. The opposition, them need to stop fighting against each other. We need to come together with APNU, PNC, Forward Movements Guyana, in order to win this battle. But instead, people just, it's nothing wrong with a person have their ego. Like I was hearing Buju Banton on an interview and he said, sometimes ego is good, but it seems like a lot of we's end up putting the ego in a bad way. Putting it over in a bad way. Nothing wrong if you have a little ego. Ego could drive you to the distance where you want. But I feel like when people overeat, egotistic, it has messed them up in a kind of way. You feel like you're bigger than this person or you're better than this person and them kind of thing. No, man, not in this time. We need to come together as one. But you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Now, before we jump out here, we got the man Eternity Enterprise come to shine a piece of light. Viewers and subscribers, take a listen.
President Irfan Ali said things cannot remain the same in Cuba.
In the case of Cuba, we have had many discussions at the CARICOM level. We had discussions recently with Secretary Rubio, and we all agree that the status quo cannot remain. We agree that there must be an attempt to have this status quo change, and we all are aware that it will take time. It has to be incremental. There must be dialogue, but those changes must lead to the improvement of the people of Cuba, must lead to better conditions.
President Irfan Ali, why do you jump your shores, all the problems that you have in Guyana here, and jump to Cuba? It seems like ever since Mr. Ali and Mr. Marco Rubio in the United States have been building this bond and have these bilateral deals and all of these things, President Ali is singing a lot of the United States rhetorics here. Because I don't see how what's going on in Cuba concern President Ali with the amount of oppression and financial subjection and bullyism and lack of respect for constitution that is going on home here in Guyana, that the president feels the need to jump our shores and go to Cuba. President Ali, are you aware that President Ali, I'm sure you're well aware that the last report by the IDB said that 58% of your people in the fastest growing economy, President Ali, are living in poverty. And out of that 58%, higher than 35% living in abject poverty on less than 1,000 Guyana dollars per day. Less than 7,000 Guyana dollars per week. That is $35 US per week. President Ali, families, mother and father with children, living on 1,000 Guyana dollars per day or $5 US per day in your country. And you're jumping your shores and you're speaking about Cuba, President Ali. Many of our old people, the pension that you give your old people here in this country, $240 US per month. And here's the thing, brothers and sisters in the diaspora and to the internationals that are looking in upon us and listening to my messages. We in this Guyana, we have one of the highest cost of living in South America, in Guyana here. Clothing sell a little cheap in Guyana because, of course, many places in the world, China especially, they have an overproduction issue. So because of this, they're just flooding their production, their produce, clothing, and all of these things into countries like ours. So as a result, clothing, the price of clothing has declined a little bit, but it's still expensive, brothers and sisters. But food, the price of basic necessities, things that people got to put every single day in their pots, brothers and sisters abroad, the prices have doubled, in some cases tripled, in some cases quadrupled in the past 5 to 6 years. But yet still, this president, our president, President Mohamed Ali, instead of addressing the poverty in his country, he's now gone over to speak about Cuba, right in line with what the United States of America have been saying for years. Even though the United States of America, sanctioned Cuba, and we know how countries collapse under sanctions, but why is our president concerning himself with that? You got a brain drain, your nurses are fleeing President Ali. And you guys seem to believe that the worst thing you can do is raise the salaries for your people and put a price control unit at the Bureau of Standards so people can actually stop working for survival and actually work for development. You guys are oppressors. You're very oppressive. You're totalitarians and you want to be seen as heroes in the eyes of the public. And it seems like no, you want to be seen as real friends of the United States. And we understand, I understand, because when Venezuela were at our throats saying that they're going to do referendums and take our sovereign Essequibo, the United States, they stepped forward and they made that problem go away, for lack of better words. So we have to support our friends. But President Ali, you have to do what is right at home on the ground, President Ali. You are your brother's keeper. You are the leader of this country. Don't act as if you are blind to what is going on, to the actual statistics, to the actual facts. You men are playing optics governance. You men are playing misinformation politics. You men are playing propaganda politics, but you men aren't really making actionable change on the ground for your Guyanese people in general. I know you guys are doing a little bit for your One Guyana people, and I believe like the fact that most of the time when you guys have your rallies and so on, many One Guyana people are there, and you know that from the time they join One Guyana, you give them a little this, a little nibble. I think that is what sells you guys the impression and gives you the delusion that Guyana's actually changed and that poverty has been reduced. It's not, President Ali. It's more. You have to come into some of these communities and see how some of your people are living before you jump to speak about Cuba in support of whoever it is. We got our oil contract that has been signed under slave confines with ExxonMobil. You and Mr. Rubio and Mr. Trump, you guys are now in the same room. Can't you bring this up? By the way, Mr. Trump, the oil contract that was signed by the APNU, according to you guys, we had 2% royalty. Is it possible? You guys are afraid to bring that up, right? Mr. President, the oil contract, we only getting 12.5% profit sharing. We've gone from 80,000 barrels of oil in 2020 to now 930,000. We are asking if we can get another 2%. You guys don't want to bring that up. Here you are, President Ali, speaking about Cuba. Speaking about Cuba, basically, it sounded like regime change in Cuba. So it makes me wonder, is this really about concern for Cuba, or is this just about New World Order and Guyana lending support to the United States that have lent support to us? because it's highly hypocritical. When our president can speak about the situation in Cuba and speak about the people in Cuba wanting betterment, when you ignore your people here at home, President Ali. We're seeing straight through the politics and the propaganda, and we're not going to stop highlighting and exposing and removing the mask from human face to show the hypocrisy, the double standard, the ambiguity within everything that humans say, and then it's totally contrast to whatever human do. President Ali, if you want to speak about Cuba, you have to clean up your act at home. Pay your people fair salary. Double the salaries, President Ali. The gross domestic product earning per capita, it's only multiplied 6 and 7 and 9 times, President Ali. Doubling the salary shouldn't be hard. It should be the first thing on your agenda. Double the pensions, the 250, 40 US dollars that you giving your people. It's an embarrassment. These people once manned the public and private sector and helped to build this country, and as such they should retire comfortably. Double the minimum wage, President Ali. It's an embarrassment for people that are the richest on paper to be the poorest in this country, 58% in poverty. Let your Guyanese people that need a public assistance, let them access it in the fastest, shortest possible time. Lower the prices on our land, President Ali. It belongs to us. It doesn't belong to you for you to sell to the internationals. Lower the prices on utilities. You said that the oil and gas would have been on stream by 2025 and our electricity would have been slashed by half. Now you say we have to wait until 2027. Give us subsidies on our electricity bill, because other than that, you're just full of empty promises and empty rhetorics. Just like this same rhetoric here. If you can't clean up what's going on at home, you should not be concerned with what's going on in Cuba. You have to lead by example, President Ali. Start declining the rate of poverty by letting Guyanese work for development and not for survival. And build up this country equitably and come in some of these ghetto communities and distribute the equity in a way. And when foreigners want to invest in different communities, so all the communities build, all the people in this country and the citizens have equal opportunity, and then you go over to Cuba, President Ali. Share your thoughts in the comments, brothers and sisters.
Well, Eternity Enterprises said good, you said right, and you said perfect, on point. I feel it's like everybody looking for views and hype. I got to remember now, Ali still got to take orders. So even if you twist it, turn it, wherever Jack Dio tell Ali got to go with it. And obviously, if they want America's support, still you could be outstanding. You know what I mean? You could be like, well, listen, whether is it going on between Cuba and the American thing really got to get sorted out. I feel like it should get sorted out, but we, Guyana, you know what I mean, we got so much going on in our country that we focus on our stuff, but still, you know what I mean, we still embrace the US or the United States with what they're doing once it's, you know what I mean, positive or whatever. You could be, you know what I mean, you could be different. But the big words we use with some persons mightn't understand. And I hear what Eternity just now break it down telling you. You understand? It's simple. But it's a politics game go. So the thing set, so the system set. It is what it is at the end of the day. But at least we as citizens, when these wanna bring these things to the forefront and try to enlighten us, you know what I mean, we need to take it into consideration and take heed with what these man them saying. Anyway, this is probably going to jump out. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. If you watched the video so far, please give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on. Remember, 1:30, 6:32, upload every day. Let's look out. Do remember to follow us on all social media that you're seeing, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. The links are in the description. Once again, stay blessed, stay humble. Call upon God all the time. It's Monday. One love, Power Monday. We out. See y'all.